third life, looking at a razor knife. This night light got me through my childhood. Take this long route, hoping they don't see me fit into the crowd. See, I'm always in fear, they will appear, pushing me down, yelling my ear. You will never amount to anything, you should be afraid of everything. Young boy, erasing and editing, checking my corners and looking ahead of me. What if they hurt me or what if they get me? Spent my lifetime ready and prepping. Like a red steel to the knife. Like a bright light to the night. Like a kill switch to your life. I hope you think twice. I don't play nice. Open up, surprise. I'm on my sixth life, looking at a razor blade. This high life, thank you to my neighborhood. This long route taught me to be strong and rise above the crowd. Always in fear, they will appear, pushing me down, yelling my ear. You will never amount to anything, you should be afraid of everything. Young boy, erasing and editing, checking my corners and looking ahead of me. What if they hurt me or what if they get me? Spent a lifetime ready and prepping. Like a red steel to the knife. Like a bright light to the night. Like a kill switch to your life. I hope you think twice. I don't play nice. Open up, surprise. All these years, this life I've chosen. All these tears, look how they focus. Turn your face like you don't know it. but you can't say you don't know. Like a wet steel to the knife, like a bright light to the night, like a kill switch to your life. I hope you think twice. I don't play nice. Open up, surprise.
Oh, this building's electric and both teams are set to go. The Panthers start with possession as we are now underway. Moves around along the half wall. Tremendous stuff on the play. And a great save.
Beauty save back there. He's really owning his crease.
What a save by the Tendy there.
Well, he's exuding a ton of confidence, not sitting back in his net, challenges and make the save.
Can't keep a hold of the puck after that play. And here's the pass to Faksa. Takes a bump but still hangs on to the puck. Samola's got it in the defensive end. Takes the feed. And now he passes it to Nichushkin. The Maple Leafs take possession of the neutral zone. Makar swooping in on the attack. Along the half wall with the puck. Moves it to Hughes. Here's a shot from a bad angle. And he makes that save as well.
Oh, man, he's so dialed in. Makes consecutive saves there and keeps his team in it.
Denies him.
So much pressure on this ship. They have their opponent running around everywhere, really chasing the game. This is exactly what you want.
Tendy plays it up. Across the line along the left wall. Jostling for the puck and he loses control. Peltier's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Quick feed to Lewis. Oh, great little takeaway at center. Oh, and the puck clears the zone. They'll be forced to do this one over. It's in the back of the net. He scores! The Maple Leafs go ahead by one after that goal.
Well, James, they've got themselves ahead by one because they've attacked the net. They found ways to be aggressive and really find opportunity in the offensive zone. Now they got to make sure they manage their puck. They track back well defensively and with purpose. And, hey, make sure that they put their opponent and keep them on their heels.
Here in the late goings of the period, we got a 1-0 game to this point. And with the centers tied up, he swoops in to take possession. That's a bad pass, and they'll be forced to do this over again. And we'll get a breather here with offside the call. Both teams readying here for the face-off. The Panthers win it. Along the wing up the neutral zone. Peltier's got the puck along the wing. And it's kicked away. Sells working it around in the corner. Denies him in close.
He does a great job of having sound positional play based on where the puck is. On the
Score! And it's back-to-back tallies.
Yeah, and they've been chopping at the bit. Now they've got their opponent on their heels. They need a quick change here and find a way to continue the momentum.
The Maple Leafs have extended their lead to 2 after that shift.
This is exactly where you want to keep pushing and pressing. Your opponent is deflated. No better time than now to get another one.
And that's hooked away. Bordelos, here we go, 2-on-1. Oh, and a great defensive play ends that rush. Forsberg's at the bench, allowing for the extra attacker to jump on. Puck grab by Milano. Here's a chance. My goodness, what a save by Leonard. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. Hughes plays it now. Moves it quickly over to McLeod. A chance to end it. Scores! An empty net goal.
You're trying to push and create something with the extra attacker, and you know that you've got the extra advantage, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out. It goes the other way.
Well, we're starting to teeter on route mode here now, Cheryl.
Yeah, I mean, they're up by 3 goals, and they're running away with it. I mean, they've just been the better team by far tonight, James.
Maintains control of the puck. And there's the final horn. You know, Cheryl, always impressed when a goal puts up a clean sheet, especially in today's game.
Well, in today's game, I mean, the puck goes cross crease, you know, and the players...
Welcome back, everyone. The Hockey Ultimate Team matchup set to get underway here. Officials got the puck, and we are set to begin here.
Hockey Ultimate Team in NHL 25 underwent some of the biggest changes we've ever seen.
You'll be waiting for this all day.
The beginning of the Ultimate Team, just like in prior years, whoever you choose as your favorite team when you first fire up NHL 25 will dictate the jerseys
The
and a lot
Canadians
of
will
the
start with the puck as they win the opening face-off here.
receive your
Well,
starter
he can't hang on after that hit.
advantage
Takes the walk,
over
but
another.
still hangs
You
on.
simply choose your favorite team.
And it's a
Now,
quick
for
pass to
whatever reason
McLeod.
you accidentally pick the wrong team and you want to make sure that you've
And
got
he loses
your
control
favorite
here.
team loaded when you
Goaltender
start
hangs
your
on for the whistle.
journey this year. Just head on over to settings and you can make your change to your favorite team.
Here in the late
Here,
goings
as
of
long
the
as you
period.
haven't started
Still
your
no
team
score in
yet,
this
your
one.
start pack team will be reflected. So right when you fire Hockey Ultimate
The
Team for the
Canadians
first time,
win it in the
with
defensive
the
zone.
welcome screen. Take note that we've got animated card art in
And
NHL
that doesn't
25.
reach the net.
If you want to learn more about the supercharged X Factor for McDavid or the holographic power line for your review, I've got videos that will detail each set.
The Maple Leafs jump out to the 1-goal lead here in this
So
inning.
once you have
I
made
guess
your
now they
team
got to
name,
brace
you can go
themselves for that
ahead.
response.
You know that the team is going to be physical against them. They're going to want that puck off quickly and try and make amends on the other side of it. So they're going to have to be urgent and really try and wear their opponent down and continue to make them chase the
Will be
game.
represented by
The Canadians
logo
will
as
play
well
for the
as
defensive
the
zone.
set of jerseys they
Puck
receive.
scooped up by
However,
Cooley.
get the whole arena for your favorite NHL
pass
franchise.
to
That's right,
Hughes.
they've added pretty
Puck
much
away at
every
center
arena
by
that they've
McCarr.
ever created in the SHL.
Oh,
Then
what a
they're
move.
called center, which means we're taking on outdoors. Now the other thing to note is that obviously you are going to receive a lot of cards, but as you go through your starter pack game, you'll see that overalls are extremely low this year. To put it in perspective, in NHL 24, there was over 300 base NHL gold player that were 80 overall and above. In NHL 25, there is less than 190 that are rated 80 and above. The economy change is pretty drastic, as prices are going to have to be adjusted from prior years, as there is just far fewer 80 and above overall NHL players at the start of the year. Meaning that there's super cards that are practically useful, not just on the team average of the game, but as well for sets. Like I mentioned, favorite team that you choose will also dictate some of the cards on the scene. You'll also be getting a in your starter pack in NHL 25.
The true competitor is saved just when you think that he's completely out of it, James.
And for this example, I got that you will also receive an X Factor as well. And we get friend of the podcast, Robert Thomas, as our X Factor from our starter pack. We then got our coach,
and the Bulldogs fatigue, James. So the best medicine right now for them is to find a way to put the puck to the net.
Token that we can use to upgrade. So once you build your team, it's
moving the puck through his own zone.
There is really not much different about the actual play on the screen in NHL. When you call synergies with players, we're able to actually show their abilities as well. They have some abilities, superstar abilities, as well as all currently selected synergy slots on those player items. Now, once you are in the main menu, the Team Furniture 25, obviously the front-facing menu is quite different. You've got some of your extra players cards, the record on the screen, as well as the daily objectives in the top left, and along the bottom. Let's focus in on the new unified XP pack. So this is being recorded to remotely access before the first episode of the season, or the game has been released. This is the most rapid change because in NHL, any way that you play the game, squad battles, chance, and ultimate team, it gets towards this unified and early access players. You can work on the 12 tiers until you finally get to 10, which will be an early access choice item. Now, something to note, once you have completed the XP pack, you will also have bonus XP levels. These should be repeatable, meaning that you can continually earn packs once you have completed the XP pack. We don't know what those packs entail just yet. Again, this is a really good game. If you do not like playing squad battles, you don't have to touch squad battles in NHL. You can legitimately earn everything that someone that plays squad battles and elite can earn by just playing and vice versa. You don't want to play online at all, and you're going to hear
the Canadians get a hold of the puck in their own
exactly going up against just so you this game. You don't got to play anything back against the 25. You can just play small battles. Everything that they
put away in the neutral zone.
There is no equally small battles. Now again, this is a very early look at the game. Things are always subject to change. Just relaying the information. If you head over into squad battles, you will notice that you can select your opponents, but the games available is essentially unlimited. And the reason for that is because there is no weekly limit for packs. You're not being ranked against other players. You are simply just playing squad battles to earn XP for the new Unified XP pack. Now, there are leaderboards that will show the top 100 in the world for monthly, as well as the season, and just overall in general for squad battles, which is a nice change of pace if you are someone that wants to flex your offline capabilities. However, that weekly dump of packs that we would get from squad battles and Rivals is just not going to be there. And Rivals is much of the same. If you head on over to Rivals, you will see that I have 255 Rivals games available, and this first season is 3 minutes of 5-on-5, the classic way to play Rivals. You can play your 5 placement games, you get placed in whatever division that you are supposed to be in, but there is no weekly ranking to determine where you stand and what set of packs that you will earn in Hub Rivals. Everything goes toward the new XP pack. So, while it is awesome, you can play the game any way you want, the rewards, just from what I have experienced early on during early access, and again, I need to reiterate that the first season is going to be far different. It's just very lackluster and nowhere near what you had the potential to earn in Rivals and Squad Battles. Now, for everyone wondering about Hunt Champs, that looks to remain roughly the same. As you can see, at the time of this recording, the first season of Hunt Champs is 3 weeks away. But when you take a look at more info, it does look like it is a weekly set. You're going to go up against players roughly around the same rank or win differential that you've got, and then you can select rewards when the season ends and ranks have been processed. So I expect that weekly Hunt Champs rewards is going to remain intact for NHL 25. Alright, back to the good. We got our first look at the new Hunt Wildcard mode, our first new mode in the Ultimate Team in half a decade. In this new draft style mode, you will be drafting a team as well as bringing a few of your players from your collection to go up against other players and other teams in Hunt Wildcard. The objective is to work towards the Wildcard Climb, which is its own separate XP pack that will have you earning random players as well as points, all the way down to guaranteed player items like the Zadie Overall, Anton Liddell, Sean Dursey, and then finally for the early access Wildcard Climb, you've got a X Factor Series 1 player choice pack, which is something that you should target early if you are taking advantage of the early access period. Now, drafting a team is quite simple. Every event and season in Wildcard will feature different players or different event-style cards. For the early access one, we've got these Wildcard player items that are obviously much lower in overall. These are locked into your lineup. They cannot be adjusted. Everyone is going to have the same players in the bottom of their lineup. However, these blank spots will be filled with players that either you bring from your collection or ones that you will draft. So, as you can see, when I select line 1 left wing, I'm given 4 options as well as a wild card player selection. This is where you can select a player from your collection. So, if I wanted to bring, let's say, Robert Thomas, I can throw him in there and he will be one of my wildcard choices. Now, notice that all of these cards had a salary cap tied to them. Robert Thomas's X Factor is a $4 million salary cap hit, and for this first event, you've got to keep the salary cap under control.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski. It's a hot challenge, and it's ready to go down. The moment of truth has arrived. It's time to drop the puck.
The
Canucks are going to start with the puck after taking the opening draw.
So for our first line setup, instead of choosing one of the draft choices, which are coming in at 80 overall, let's spend $3 million towards the cap and throw in our Icon Cat Lafontaine, our first line right winger. Hey, another former he's got Ryan Strome going for our right defense. Let's go with the newest St. Louis Blue, Philip Broberg, for $600K. Left defense, we'll go with Jimmy Drysdale for $800. And then in nets, our starting goaltender will be Robin Leonard. Now, as you can see, I'm well under the salary cap. So if I wanted to, let's say, replace Albert Soderblom and bring a wild card player item, and let's say replace it with my dude William Eklund for $1 million, I can go ahead and do that. Now, you can only use 3 wild card slots on your team, so I'm well within the salary cap. The team is ready to go, and you can go ahead and finish that by registering. Now, once you have drafted your team, you can go ahead and edit your squad. Again, the wild card players in the bottom of your lineup you cannot make any changes to. However, you can change the lineup for your drafted and wild card players. So, throw William Eklund up on the top line, for example. And you can also change your power play, penalty kill, and all of your other lines that you would normally adjust throughout a normal game. One other thing to note is that any player with a ability will have it automatically activated in wild card. None of my players have it, but if you do have a player that gets a X Factor ability, they will just get it automatically. Our first look at the new wild card mode, the early access season. It is a 3-minute game, 1 period, 5 on 5, and again, you are working towards the wild wildcard climb by earning wildcard points. You are able to play wildcard online as well as offline, and they are going to have different values depending on the difficulty you choose. For example, if you play on Rookie, you can earn up to 20 points. On Superstar, you can earn up to 60 wildcard points. However, if you lose, you will gain 30. You do not need to worry about the goals you score or the points you put up. It is simply wins and losses. It's very quick, very simple. I actually enjoy this from the wildcard mode. And obviously, while it does replace Puck Rush, because that's no longer in the game, you don't have to worry about objectives not registering or shot type being incorrect. It is simply wins and losses. Now, from my experience playing during early access, Superstar is actually pretty difficult. You gotta remember you're using much lower walls than you're used to, and for a lot of the player base, you're gonna struggle trying to score goals in 3 minutes against the Superstar AI. What I would recommend, because if you were to play on Superstar, if you lose, you get 30 wildcard points. I would play online. When you play online against other players, even if you are someone who's not very good at online play, winning a game of wildcard online will net you 100 points towards the wildcard points. Losing will net you 50, meaning that if you just straight up lost every single game, you're earning 10 points less than if you were to win on Superstar if you were to play offline. Again, play the way you want, but I just wanted to give you all of these ins and outs there. Now in the top right of the wildcard hub, you will see some of the objectives that you can complete in wildcard. However, many of the objectives, and we'll touch on that in just a little bit, are not able to be completed in wildcard. You can earn additional XP towards the unified XP pack by getting online win streaks. So if you were to win 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row, 5 games in a row, that would net you a couple hundred XP on top of what you would earn while playing the game towards that new unified XP pad for whatever season that you are in. And lastly, there is also leaderboards for wildcard mode that will show you all of the traditional wins, losses, and wildcard points. You can also view advanced stats by clicking in R3 on your controller. It'll actually show you some detailed statistics, which is a massive improvement over the years, where you just wouldn't be able to find this info in the game. So it is nice to see leaderboards actually being in NHL 25. I do want to note, if you are going to play offline in wildcard, when you load into the team selection part of the screen, you can hit left trigger or L2 and you will control goalie settings. This will allow you to turn off or on being able to control your goalie in the shootout. Like I mentioned, I played on Superstar, and if you are not someone who is traditionally great at being a goaltender, you can just let the AI be the goaltender for you. Again, that is up to you, but I just wanted to point that out because it was an interesting new menu addition. Now again, this is going to be subject to change, but since 2,000 wildcard points is the end of the wildcard XP pass, if you were able to win 20 online games in a row, that would get you it finished in obviously the fastest amount of time. But remember, losses are going to account for half of the total points, again, depending on the difficulty that you choose. At the current state, and from my experience playing wildcard, because it is only 3-minute periods for this early access wildcard event, if you were to lose every single game you played, you cannot win out. You have to stay for the full game, but it's only 3 minutes. You're looking at 40 total games if you just lost every single game to get this completed. And based on how much time that would take you, you're looking at just under 3 hours, again, if you were to lose every single game. So Hunt Rush is no more, however live moments are back as well, and at launch you've got 4 different sections of moments that you can complete. The tutorial moments are going to give you the basic understanding of the game, as well as some bronze and random player items, nothing of tremendous value. However, this final tutorial moment is going to net you a daily hat-trick choice pack. And notice how it says BND. Your choice pack will include the 82 Robin Lehner, Shea Weber, and Logan Couture. These are going to be account-bound. Yes, one of the bigger additions to the NHL franchise. If you are used to some of the other EA Sports games, account-bound cards are essentially cards that are untradeable, but they're also not able to be used in sets. More on that in just a little bit. But the daily hat-trick cards are going to be cards that you are going to be able to use on your team pretty much the whole year. How they work is once you earn the choice pack from the tutorial moments, you will then make a decision of who you want to select. You've got Logan Couture from my Sharks, who is actually a pretty half-decent statted player given the new realm of lower overall cards just throughout the entire game. You've also got Robin Lehner, who could be your goaltender the entire year because he is 6'4". And finally, we've got Shea Weber, who is always a fan favorite. However, his skating is absolutely abysmal. Now, how these are going to work is once you have gotten the Daily Hat Trick Choice Pack, you will notice that they are upgradable. To upgrade to Tier 2 and get +1 overall, it will require 20 Daily Hat Trick collectibles to increase the card. If you head on over to Objectives, you'll notice the daily objectives that have been in the game for years. They will have you doing various things like completing 2 games, take shots with any player, and face-off wins in pretty much any mode. These are all extremely easy to complete, and in an effort to actually make them valuable, you'll be rewarded with Daily Hat Trick collectibles. At the time of this recording in early access, it is the only way to earn the Daily Hat Trick collectible, so it looks like it's going to take about 20 days to get enough to actually upgrade your Daily Hat Trick player. Now, from my understanding, more of these tiers are going to be unlocked as we start to see increased overalls throughout the year, until finally we get Master Set card art for our 3 choices. This appears to be somewhat of a replacement from the XP collectibles that we received in NHL 25 that were towards those 99 items. This allows us to essentially just upgrade a card for free that we can have on our team pretty much the whole year if we want it, and gives us a little bit more motivation to actually do these daily objectives. Now back to live moments. We'll also see early access weekly moments. These weekly moments were in the game in prior years, and again, you can go through these very quick moments to get some more packs. At the end, you will receive an 80 overall Evan Rodriguez player item. Again, it is BND. These are players that are not able to be used in sets. They are just able to be used on your team. And while that might seem like an awful thing to add to the game, I'll show you why there is a positive to it just a little bit. We've got 13 X-Factor moments to highlight the 13 Series 1 X-Factor player items. If you want a full breakdown of all of the new X-Factor players and how they work, because there is a dramatic change to X-Factors in NHL 25, be sure to watch my X-Factor video. At the end of the 13 X-Factor Series 1 moments, you'll see that you will unlock a Series 1 player choice pack as well as an X-Factor token. Now, a high overall of how X-Factors will work is that there will be multiple series of them, and Series 1 features 13 different X-Factor player items. However, there are multiple types of X-Factor items. The pack that you will get from doing the live moments is going to give you a base Series 1 X-Factor player choice pack. It's 1 of 8, and it is the 8 player items listed here. The biggest change to these cards is that they do not upgrade throughout the year when that player receives new items that are higher in rating. You cannot upgrade these base X-Factor items. They are just locked in at whatever they are locked in at. However, by trading in all 8 of the base Series 1 X-Factor items, it'll net you an X-Factor Series 1 Captain's Choice Pack. The Captain's Choice Pack will feature 4 X-Factor player items in Series 1, including Nikita Kucherov, Adam Fox, Miro Heiskanen, as well as William Nylander. Now, as you can see, there are upgrade tiers. These players will upgrade exactly like X-Factors have in the past, where if William Nylander gets an 87 overall event item, you can then go ahead and upgrade him all the way up to 87 at a cost to you. And notice that power-up collectibles are not mentioned here. That is because X-Factor player items upgrade now via X-Factor tokens. X-Factor tokens work exactly like power-up collectibles have in the past. I guess they are trying to make it just a little simpler. However, if you take a look at the base set, which in years past would have been 40, 74, and above overall gold player items, it is now lower than that. You need 40, 72, and above player items. Again, like I mentioned throughout the video, overalls are drastically reduced this year. If you were to cash in 580 and above overall player items, 5 X-Factor upgrade tokens. So So again, the values will take some time to adjust. Now, the big shiny chase card at launch of NHL 25, if you trade in the 4 X-Factor captain players, that'll net you a Series 1 X-Factor charged Connor McDavid. I also want to note, by doing this set, you will receive the Connor McDavid charged X-Factor, but then you will receive 2 of the 4 X-Factor Series 1 Captain's Choice Packs back. They will be BND, which means they are account bound, but you will get 2 of these 4 captains back. In years past, you would just lose all of the items. Because account-bound cards are now in the game, at least you can play with these items and upgrade them throughout the year. You're not just acquiring them to then lose them while you go and chase Connor McDavid. This is the positive part of account-bound items. We can now trade cards in and at least be able to still use them on our team to some capacity. Now, this Connor McDavid is an absolute weapon. Comes with the animated card. He's at 85 overall. He's among the highest skaters in the game. And at launch, he can get upgraded to 86 overall for 2 X-Factor tokens. The refund on these will work exactly like they have in years past. That's 2 X-Factor tokens, and you refund it, change your mind, you will only get 1 back. Points will operate the same, meaning that you will only get half. This Connor McDavid card, however, pretty safe to assume that you'll have him all year round. The biggest thing to note, this will operate for the cards are now in the game. At least you can play 2 of these 4.
And they continue to lead big time here late in the second.
Your captain players, that'll net you a Series 1 X-Factor charged Connor McDavid. I also want to note,
there's the buzzer bringing
will feature 4 X-Factor player items in Series 1.
Here on this broadcast, so don't even think about
the new X-Factor players and how they work, because there is a dramatic change to X-Factors in NHL 25. Be sure to watch my X-Factor video. At the end of the 13 X-Factor Series 1 moments, you'll see that you will unlock a Series 1 player choice pack as well as an X-Factor token. Now, a high overall of how X-Factors will work is that there will be multiple series of them, and Series 1 features 13 different X-Factor player items. However, there are multiple types of X-Factor items. The pack that you will get from doing the live moments is going to give you a base Series 1 X-Factor player choice pack. It's 1 of 8, and it is the 8 player items listed here. The biggest change to these cards is that they do not upgrade throughout the year when that player receives new items that are higher in rating. You cannot upgrade base X-Factor items. They are just locked in at whatever they are locked in at. However, by trading in all 8 of the base Series 1 X-Factor items, it'll net you an X-Factor Series 1 Captain's Choice Pack. The Captain's Choice Pack will feature 4 X-Factor player items in Series 1, including Nikita Kucherov, Aaron Fox, Miro Heiskanen, as well as William Nylander. Now, as you can see, there are upgrade tiers. These players will operate exactly like X-Factors have in the past, where William Nylander gets an 87 overall event item. You can then go ahead and upgrade him all the way up to 87 at a cost to you. And notice that power-up collectibles are not mentioned here. That is because X-Factor player items upgrade now via X-Factor tokens. X-Factor tokens work exactly like our collectibles have in the past. I guess they are trying to make it just a little bit simpler. However, if you take a look at the base set, which in years past would have been 40, 74, and above overall gold player items, it is now lower than that. You need 40, 72, and above player items. Again, like I mentioned throughout the video, overalls are drastically reduced this year. If you were to cash in 580 and above overall player items, it would be 5 X-Factor upgrade tokens. So again, the values will take some time to adjust. Now, the big shiny chase card at launch of NHL 25, if you trade in the 4 X-Factor captain players, that'll net you a Series 1 X-Factor charged Connor McDavid. I also want to note, by doing this set, you will receive the Connor McDavid charged X-Factor, but then you will receive 2 of the 4 X-Factor Series 1 Captain's Choice Packs back. They will be BND, which means they are account bound, but you will get 2 of these 4 captains back. In years past, you would just lose all of the items, but because account-bound cards are now in the game, at least you can play with these items and upgrade them throughout the year. You're not just acquiring